So I've had like a really good weekend so far. Me and Mr. Hunky, we went to Wookey Hole yesterday. I've never been there before. I can't believe that I've lived so close and never been. I just couldn't believe it, really. So we went to Wookey Hole yesterday. So I'm going to put I kept forgetting to do video. I need to get my brain sorted. Sometimes I just kept forgetting to do the video. So I've got a couple of clips there. One when we went around the mirror maze and everything, and also I did one of the drive through Chedder Gorge, because I've never been to Chedder Gorge either, unbelievably, considering I only live like an hour up the road. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to go back and do Chedder Gorge another day, because they have like an amazing cliff top walk there. So and it's something I'd really like to do. I really did enjoy Wookey Hole. And you know, I've got really bad knees, and I was a bit concerned about going down in the caves because there's quite a lot of deep steps. But what I did was I just took them sideways, the steps, because you know, with my disabilities and things, I was just a bit like, ooh, am I going to manage this? But I did manage it. I just had to take it slow. It's not really suitable for somebody, well, it's not at all suitable for anybody who is in a wheelchair, or really kids that are in buggies. It's just not, although they say you can take like a light buggy with you, there are a lot of steps, so I wouldn't really advise really young children to go. They need to be walking. And also, one of the things that we saw in there as well as we were going around is that some of the little kids that were there actually were quite scared. They were quite scared of being in the dark, and although it's they light it up really nicely. It's very, well, you'll see from the photographs, they do light it up very prettily. But we found that there was a lot of small kids in there who were crying and upset, and just could not cope with it being in the dark. So unless you know you've got like really brave youngsters, I wouldn't really take little ones in there, not little tiny ones anyway, because we ended up seeing some parents having to carry very frightened children, and they do a story about the witch, which frightened some of the little kids. So yeah, not probably best for little kids. But do I think it's value for money? Well, we had a discount, so actually we only paid for one adult to go in, and we looked at the prices and everything. Now, if you've got kids, there is absolutely loads there. They've got loads of activities. They've got you know, play areas everywhere, and they've got dinosaur areas and stuff like that. So you probably would find that if you've got kids and you take into account all the other attractions other than the caves, that you would really get good value for money. There's a lot of cool stuff there for kids to do. They do paper making, they have a little theatre, they have all sorts of stuff. So it's really great for little kids. But if you're an adult just visiting and you don't want, and obviously you don't have any kids with you, then you don't have all those activities. Although me and Chris did go into the penny arcade, and although me and Mr. Hunky did go into the penny arcade, and we did go in the mirror maze, and we did do a few of the activities that are really, you know, because I mean, we did have fun, to be fair. But if I'd had to pay, what is it? It would have been about £37 had I had to pay for the whole thing. But because we had the discount, we only paid the one adult. We didn't pay £37, but I think I would have been a bit upset if I'd paid £37 for that. However, if I'd had children with me, the family ticket was quite reasonable, considering taking into account all the activities. So yeah, it really does depend on your situation, I think. I don't know if I would go back again. I love the caves. I did feel like the tour was a little rushed because I really wanted to take lots of photographs, but I felt like I was constantly being rushed along in the tunnels, which was a shame because I would have liked to have taken a lot more photographs. But yeah, no, I mean, we had a great day. We did bring back some souvenirs, bought some wine and cider and cheese, because it's all like supposedly aged in the caves. We did see the cheese and wine aged in there, and I got myself a silly mug because it just had to be done. And we had like a ginormous ice cream in the Marshfields ice cream parlour, which was really nice. and then we came back via Chedder Gorge, because again I've not been there, and I'll put in a clip of the video, that because we drove to the top of the gorge, turned around and drove back down, and then I took a small film, but it was pissing it down, so unfortunately I couldn't hang my camera out the car window, which is what I did when we were in Cumbria, so that you could have a clear view. So it is through the windscreen, so you're going to have to cope with the windscreen wipers, I'm afraid. But yeah, no, the gorge is beautiful, and how did I not know we were so close to it? So we are on my next lot of weekends, because I work every other weekend. We are on the next lot of weekends, as long as the weather's nice, we're going to go and do Chedder Gorge. Because you can go in and see the caves there as well, and they also have something called Jacob's Ladder, where you can go up and do a cliff top walk, which takes you right on top of the pinnacles. And so at some point we're going to do that, and hopefully I'll be having a good day with my fibro, I hope, fingers crossed, because obviously a bad day I won't be able to do it, but you know, as long as I rest up before we go and I'm careful, take lots of anti-inflammatories, hopefully I'll be okay, because I really want to do it, because you know, I could be having my surgery soon, and I just want to try and get as much done before the summer's fully over. We've still got, what, it's 21st of September, so we've still got about 15 days or so. No, I've got that wrong, I think. 21 minus 4, can't count today. Yeah, about 16 days. I've got 16, 17 days left of summer, and I'm trying to make the most of it before I have my operation. The update on that has been that I got quite cross, as you might know from previous videos, that the gynecology department had given me an appointment in October, and I was a bit pissed off about that. So basically I have rang them and created a stink, and they sent me an appointment for this Thursday coming, which is the 8th, I think. I think it's the 8th. I don't know without checking my calendar. I'm not very good with calendars and things. But yeah, I've got an appointment to see the gynecologist on Thursday, so hopefully we'll be a bit further along. And you know, the urologist is, you know, just waiting on the gynecologist, and then we can set dates and things, so fingers crossed. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the photographs and a little bit of film that I did take. Have a great weekend, guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.
No. That's really amazing. That's a mirror. Yeah. Where did you go?
There's a mirror over there.
That's not a mirror.
That's not a mirror. There's a mirror.
Imagine these mirrors every day.
There's a mirror there.
Where?
There. You see a fingerprint on it.
Oh, here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And also I can see myself. There it is. Yeah, we went this way before. And there's a mirror there. And then walk into it. There's a mirror. Yeah, a mirror there, look. The mirror there. Oh, tight corner. Tight corner. Really? Did you nearly go into a mirror? Yeah. Freedom!
That's what it looks like as a dwarf.
Little mines and all that.
Look how skinny I am.
Skinny, skinny. Happy me next year. Where's the thing now?
Yeah, we need to look at that in our bedroom.